The key MVP belongs to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander from Oklahoma City Thunder.
Hamilton, Ontario native Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been named the NBA's most valuable player of the season, just the second Canadian to win the award. The first was a two-time winner, Steve Nash, back in 04-05 and the next season. Shai is a point guard for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He made his NBA debut in 2018 when he was drafted by the LA Clippers. Our next guest coached Shai through his formative years as an athlete. Dwayne Washington is Shai's former high school coach. He's also his head coach at You Play Canada. That's a Canadian basketball program that's produced other NBA talent as well. Shaden Sharp, RJ Barrett, Andrew Nembhard. Dwayne joins us now from Los Angeles. And so you coached Shai through the early years, for his early years as an athlete. Describe your emotions when you heard the confirmation that he became the MVP.
Well, the words that come to mind are proud, elated, relieved, because I thought he should have got it last year. And I'm not sure there's any other words I can think of that describe the emotions and how I feel for him and his family, with all the sacrifices and hard work that he put in to get to this far. But right now, I'm on cloud nine.
So any player that makes it to the NBA would have been a superstar in high school, but how was he at that level?
At that level, he was someone who was putting everything together. He was taking all the pieces and trying to master each element of the game. He was a relentless worker. He was someone who really paid attention to detail, flawlessly. And to see him at this point with his work ethic and his talent combined, it's just something that I never could imagine.
Yeah, so let's talk about that, something you could never imagine. Think back to those years when you saw him on the court in high school. Where did you think he would end up?
Well, I thought he would end up at a mid-major university. I was trying to get him to Syracuse. I know one of the people he looked up to was Tyler Ennis. And I tried to get him to Syracuse because it was the local school, the closest Division I high major. And that was my goal. Maybe he can play his second year, his third year, and, get a broadcasting career. He wanted to be in the front office of the NBA. And our goal was to have him use basketball to go as far as he can go.
Wow. So for those of us who don't follow basketball that closely, what is it that sets him apart from the rest of the league?
His mindset. He's very deliberate in his approach. He's a relentless worker, and he has a great ability to operate in space. He goes at his own pace, which allows him to see the game, and his feel for the game, along with his studying of film, helps him to separate himself from everyone else.
Basketball is a sport that is played all around the world. You don't need a lot to be able to, just take a ball and play hoops with a bunch of other people. How significant is it for the best player in the best league to be from Canada?
It is something that I think everyone can aspire. I think it translates to other parts of life. There's a lot of Canadians who feel like they're the little brothers of the USA because it's a bigger country. But Shai, along with Steve Nash, but Shai right now shows you that it doesn't matter where you are. If you work hard enough, you surround yourself around the right people, and you just work, you can reach your potential. So it means a lot for Canada, and this one is for Hamilton, because that was the city where we really put a lot of work in. And I'm really proud of everyone in Hamilton and across the GTA that, played a part.
So as a coach who deals with young people all the time, what impact do you think SGA's MVP season will have on young Canadians?
Well, I believe that it will inspire kids, not just in basketball, but in all sports, even the arts, even music, to be able to say, listen, if he can do it from a small town like Hamilton, from a country that's usually overlooked like Canada, why not me? And I believe that it will send a lot of shockwaves. And I think this is the inception of a lot of great things coming for a lot of youth coming up now in all walks of life across Canada. He's an inspiration to all.
That's fantastic. I hope it does have that impact. Dwayne, thank you very much for speaking with us.
Thank you.